Hello everyone, I am Mojib. Have you ever wondered when we should use uppercase letters or when we have to make our letters capital? In this short video, we're gonna learn about capitalization thoroughly and completely, so stay with me. Hello everyone, as you can see, today we're gonna have a short video about capitalization. After watching these few slides and being with me, we'll be able to use capital letters and know when and where to use them. So, what words should we capitalize? What words should we capitalize? Number one, the first word of a sentence. The first word of a sentence is always capital. Number two, the first word after a period, an exclamation point. Let me change it to a laser. An exclamation point, a question mark, or a colon in case of starting a sentence. So, after a period, after an exclamation point, and after a question mark, we have a new sentence. Actually, it's number one. And after a colon, if a new sentence is starting, we should use a capital letter and we should capitalize our word. In the next slide, we're going to have some examples and you will completely understand, so don't worry. Number three, a proper noun, like people's names, months, cities, nationalities, etc. For example, Mojib is always capitalized, M is always capital, or January is always capitalized. The letter G should be uppercase. The first word of a quote when it is a complete sentence. The first word of a quote when it is a complete sentence. For example, we have a quote of Leonardo DiCaprio. We should capitalize the first letter because it's a new sentence. If it is a new sentence, we capitalize the first letter. Number five, the first and important words of a title. The first and important words of a title. Actually, how we are using in these topics and numbers from 1 to 5 and the rest actually. The first and important words of a title, as you can see, T is capital, F, I, W, and T are capital in number 5 because we have some titles here and we capitalize the first and important words of a title. As you can see, and, of, and are not capitalized because they're not important. And if we have a the in the middle of the topic, it shouldn't be capitalized. But because the is in the beginning of the topic, it should be capitalized. Number 6, a formal title or a relative in the case of being a direct address or a personal name. For example, we're talking about Joe Biden and we want to use president instead of Joe Biden. Okay, who we are talking, is it one person? Yes, it is. We are talking about President Joe Biden and we just use president, so president should be capitalized because we are talking about one person. I'm talking about my dad. Dad is always capitalized and D should be uppercase because I'm talking about my dad. He's one person. But if we are talking about presidents or we are using president as a general word, we shouldn't capitalize it. We are going to have examples, so don't worry. Just pay attention to the description here. Number 7, the first word in a line of a poetry. Yeah, it doesn't need any description. The first word in a line of a poetry. For example, you read the poetry from Shakespeare, the first word in the line should be capitalized. The word I is always capitalized. The pronoun I is always capitalized. All letters of an acronym. All letters of an acronym. For example, UK, which stands for United Kingdom, is always capitalized. U and K are capitalized. So let's go to the next slide. Examples. Okay, the capital letters are red. Number 1, it's great coffee. What's its brand? Is it Starbucks? I, beginning of a sentence, I is always capital. W, beginning of a sentence after period. I, beginning of a sentence and after question mark. And S is a proper noun. Actually, Starbucks is a proper noun, and S is the first letter and should be capital. 2. My favorite director is Christopher Nolan. M, beginning of a sentence. C and N are beginning of a proper noun. Who is a director? Christopher Nolan. And actually my favorite director. Number 3. Tom and Diana met at Judy's house. T, D, and J are the first letters of proper nouns, so they should be capital. And T is the first letter of the first word of a sentence. It should be capitalized again. Again, I mean, it has 2 reasons to be capital. Number 4. I want to call mom. She has to visit Dr. Jones. I want to call mom. I'm talking about my mom, or the person who is talking about his or her mom. So it's a proper noun actually, and it should be capital. S, beginning of a sentence after exclamation point. She has to visit Dr. Jones. Again, a proper noun, one person, Dr. Jones. If I wrote she has to visit a doctor, or she has to visit the doctor, in that case, doctor wouldn't be capitalized and D would be lowercase or small, because it's not a proper noun, or it's not a direct. We are not directly talking to a person or addressing a person. Number 5. I've got only one wish. Bungee jumping. I is always capital, beginning of a sentence. And after the colon, we are not capitalizing bungee jumping because it's not a sentence. But there's only one reason that I study hard. Immigration is my only goal. After a colon, we have a sentence. Immigration is my only goal. I is capitalized. T, beginning of a sentence. I is always capital. We have 3 capital letters in this sentence. There is only one reason that I study hard. Immigration is my only goal. Number 7. Sarah has one and only habit: drinking coffee and reading The Elegance of the Hedgehog. Okay. S is the beginning of a sentence, is the first letter of a proper noun, Sarah. It should be capital. But after the colon, we don't have a sentence. Drinking coffee and reading a book. But the name of a book is mentioned here, so we should use capital letters because it's a title. T, E, and H should be capital because they are the first and important words of the title of the book. The Elegance of the Hedgehog. It's a fantastic book, by the way. Number 8. As Abraham Lincoln said, whatever you are, be a good one. As Abraham Lincoln said, whatever you are, be a good one. A, beginning of a sentence. Abraham Lincoln. Actually, it's a proper noun, Abraham Lincoln, and A and L should be capitalized. And in the quotes, between the quotation marks, we have a sentence. So W should be capital. Whatever you are, be a good one. Number 9. Jen said that she was extremely delighted with that event of NASA. Jen, beginning of a sentence. It's a noun, proper noun. Extremely delighted. It's a quote, but it's not a sentence. It's not like number 8. It's not a sentence. Here we have 2 words. So we shouldn't capitalize the words. We shouldn't write the letters in capital forms, in uppercase forms. But with that event of NASA, NASA is an acronym, so it should be capital. All the letters should be capital. 10. The last Saturday of February is the World NGO Day. That's why I love winter. T, beginning of a sentence. Saturday, the weekdays are capital, always capital. February, months are always capitalized. Is the World NGO Day. It's a title. It's a name of a day. We are talking about special day, a specific day. So we capitalized the important words, and NGO is an acronym, so it should be capitalized with all the letters. N, G, and O are used in uppercase form. That's, again, we have a period, a new sentence, T is capitalized, and I is capitalized because it's always capital. And we don't capitalize the seasons. Be careful. Spring, summer, fall, and winter are always not capitalized. 11. Among all the cities of Norway, Stavanger is my favorite. Name of a country, name of a city, proper nouns. A, beginning of a sentence, they should be capital. 12. The Middle Ages began with the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The Middle Ages began with the fall of the Western Roman Empire. See, beginning of the sentence, Middle Ages, it's a title. We're talking about a proper age, proper period of time. So they should be capitalized. Began with the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Again, it's a proper noun. Western Roman Empire, it's a name of empire. It's the name of an empire. And the word should be capitalized. W, R, and E should be used in uppercase form. 13. Sorry, doctor. Is this issue dangerous? Sorry, doctor. S, beginning of the sentence, and doctor, where we are addressing a person. We are talking about one person. It's not a general title. We are talking about one person, a specific person. So we use D in capital form. Is this issue dangerous? Okay, after comma, we don't capitalize our word. Number 14. If you feel sore, you have to see a doctor. Okay, in this form, we are using doctor as a general word. So we shouldn't capitalize it. But I is the beginning of the sentence and it should be capitalized. And number 15. Australian politician Scott Morrison is the current Prime Minister of Australia. Australian politician Scott Morrison is the current Prime Minister of Australia. Again, beginning of the sentence and nationality. Scott Morrison is a proper noun. Prime Minister of Australia is a title. So we are capitalizing the first letters of the important words. Yeah, that's it. Okay, my name is Mojib Mustafabi. If you want to be in touch with me, if you have any sort of question, you can ask me using various ways. Till the next time, goodbye and have fun.